Welcome back. Time now is 5:43. Let's check on the national stories making headlines. For that, Russ Mitchell joins us for what's happening now in America. Hey, Russ.
Hey, Mo. Good evening to you. Good evening to you at home as well. In a long-awaited ruling, the Supreme Court today handed a partial victory to former President Trump. The justices decided that presidents are entitled to immunity from prosecution for official conduct while in office, though they can be prosecuted for actions taken in a private capacity. NBC's Alice Barr now joins us from Washington and tell us where things go from here. Alice, good evening to you.
Good evening, Russ. So the Supreme Court is really setting a new standard here for presidential immunity, and it's one that favors former President Trump, if only because of the timeline. The main mechanism that's going to happen going forward from here is the Supreme Court decided that a lower court needs to hash out what is an official act that is now going to be protected from immunity, cannot be prosecuted for something that is done within a president, in this case former President Trump's official duties while he's in the Oval Office. How do you separate that from what the Supreme Court is saying is unofficial acts, things that have nothing to do with his job performance and that are crimes committed while in office but are not protected from prosecution? There are a few things that the Supreme Court did lay out, some core presidential powers, things related. They gave an instance of former President Trump speaking with his Justice Department in the lead up to January 6th when he was seeking to reverse the results of the 2020 election. That, they say, is something that is a core presidential power and is protected from prosecution. But there are other things that are more gray. And the function of this is going to be that while this is being hashed out in a lower court, it's extraordinarily unlikely that we're going to see the trial against former President Trump that accuses him of having sought to illegally overturn the results of the 2020 election. That trial, highly unlikely to see the light of day before the November elections because of this slowing down. So it's not a sweeping absolute victory for former President Trump, but functionally it does him a lot of good. Back to you.
Again, Judge Tanya Chutkan in D.C. now has to sort this all out. Alice Barr in Washington, thanks a lot. We will see you later tonight at 6 o'clock as well. Also this evening, longtime Trump ally Steve Bannon is in prison. He surrendered today at a federal prison in Connecticut. Bannon is set to serve 4 months on contempt charges for defying a congressional subpoena. A judge allowed him to delay his sentence for nearly 2 years while he appealed, but the Supreme Court rejected that appeal last week.